What's up, Reston Digs? I'm super excited today because I've got Bonita Weinstein from the Reston Farm Garden Market with me today. Bonita, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. Hey, I'm super pumped to have you here to chat with you. I wish it could be in person, right? But maybe sometime soon. But I'm super pumped because over the last few years, I've been driving past the Reston Farm Garden Market, and I've been like, something changed. Something changed, right?
Yes.
And then my wife introduced us, and you shared a little bit about the story real fast, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to tell Reston the story of your business and of you guys, right? And I see it's a family business, and we're a family business, so we love showing and promoting family businesses in general, right? Entrepreneurs, because I feel like business owners are kindred spirits. Like, we know the good, the bad, the ugly behind this, everything, right?
They're all crazy.
That's right. There's got to be a little bit of that, right?
Yes.
A little bit of foolishness, a little bit of bravery, a little bit of
Yeah.
craziness,
Yeah.
right? So, share with me the story. You said that you were telling me in 2017, right?
Yeah.
Your husband got approached, and so start to kind of share with me the story right there.
So no one had been there, I think, for over 2 years. It was either a year or 2 years.
Hmm.
Um, and it had consistently gone down for 10 years before that.
Hmm.
So my husband does some brokering in the fall of pumpkins, amongst many other things. He's a very smart guy, um, and he was approached about doing it. And I went there because I hadn't gone there in years. I hadn't been there in probably 8 or 9 years myself. And I got there and I said, "Oh God, no, this is going to be a lot of work if we do this." And so my husband, with that great spirit of his, I'm the winger, I'm the go-getter, but he's the thinker. And
Okay.
that spirit of his he said, "But can we do it? Can,
Mm.
can we do it?" I said, "Well, yeah, we can do it. We can do it, but I'm gonna tell you now, it's not gonna be easy."
Yeah.
So my husband and I are in business with our two sons. We have four children, but we're in business with two of our sons, Isaiah Weinstein and Khalil Nelson.
Hmm.
And they help us run our neighborhood garden marts in the farm market. Khalil actually runs the farm market right now. And he's
Okay.
done an excellent job of it. Um, but we went into this place thinking, okay, because every place we've taken over places that were in the dumps before and turned them into like yays. And we got in this place, and on the second day, I started crying. I was like, "Oh no."
You guys bought it? Is that what you did? Did you buy the plant?
No.
Okay.
So,
You,
so what we did, we didn't want to buy it right away because we didn't know if we could. I mean, it was a test to see if you could turn the place around. So,
sure.
um, we signed a 10-year lease there.
Okay.
We're in the fourth year of that lease right now.
Hmm.
We've already turned it around. Yep, we did that in the first 3 years. First three,
That's awesome.
we did it in the first three. It wasn't an easy three though. But we got in there, and just me, my husband, and our two sons, and we were so used to just being able to muscle through and get everything done ourselves. And 16 roll offs later, I said, "Okay, I think we need to get some more people."
What
To
does
make
that
that
mean,
work.
16 roll-offs? What does that mean?
So roll offs are like a big dumpster. It's a
Oh,
big
okay.
dumpster that they come and they drop it off. And
Oh,
once
yes,
it's
yes. I should
full,
know that. I should know that.
yeah, once they drop it off and it's full, then they roll it back up and take it away and dump you off another one.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we filled up 16 of those. Poof. Yes. That's what I
So,
was thinking too.
wow. Okay. So you signed this lease.
Yep.
your whole job was just like, you just took it over. You're like, okay. And I guess the original owner still owns the land. They were also running it, but they own the land.
Well, they hadn't run it in a couple years.
No, yeah, they didn't run it. They just kind
Yeah,
of said,
but
okay.
yeah, they had run it before. I think there was somebody there previously before us. I'm not sure of his name, but um, I guess it didn't work out with him. I mean, it's hard to make that place run.
Yeah.
If your heart isn't in it, and you're not in for a kick your butt job,
Yeah.
it's probably not the job for you.
Well, and I think it's like that with a lot of business owners that I talk to, right? Like you have to be ready for a different level of effort
Yeah,
and passion,
yeah,
right? And so what I noticed, and again, I haven't gone inside, but what I noticed driving by was I said, whoever's got it now is creative,
yeah,
right? That's the word that came to mind. Like I see a different aura and presence there. And I
yeah.
was like, that's interesting. So that's why, by the way, I had mentioned to Kim, I was like, hey, we should go check that out because I feel like something's going on over there, right? We should check it out. So that's awesome.
So I will give credit where credit is due. A lot of that vision that you see is my husband coming up with the planning. I mean, he's the visionary. He can see things. He can look at something and say, okay, it should be this way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm the implementer.
That's great.
So he can say this is what I want, and then those we're so blessed to have the sons that we have because they are such hard workers. They're still quite young, and they have a vision that's even far greater than his.
That's
I'm
awesome.
like, God, where somebody's gonna take care of me when I'm old, right?
That's cool. Is it? I was on your blog. Does Isaiah pickle pickles too?
All right. So there's Bonita's apple butter, and then
Okay.
there's Isaiah's bread and butter pickles.
Okay.
We have the whole family jar line, but um, Isaiah and I go head to head every month. So I usually beat them though.
That's awesome.
I'm usually the winner, but those bread and butter pickles battle my apple butter pretty well.
So you guys started. How long have you been in this kind of like gardening, farming type of business, right?
Over 26 years.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah, over
Okay.
26 years now. I remember when you look at Isaiah on the website and you see this big tall guy that's way bigger than us. I remember him at 2 and 3, and Khalil when he was 7 or 8. They're out there unloading hay bales, and back then when you would get a delivery of pumpkins, it's great now because we got forklifts and all these
Mhm.
great things to make it quick and easy. But back then, somebody had to jump up on that truck and start throwing those pumpkins down.
So you're like, you guys have it easy. Back in the day, I had to get up there, and your father's tossing them down to me, or I'm tossing them down to your father. That's cool.
We used to
Um,
put the kids on the truck because I didn't want to jump up there.
how did you guys get into this business in the beginning? I'm curious.
so, so my husband actually worked for a guy when he was about 16 years old.
Mhm.
And that guy offered him an opportunity he's like, hey, listen, if you do well, then I'll help you start your own thing.
Mm,
But you got to make this place work first.
mhm,
And if you can do that, then I'll help you do that.
mhm.
And he did, and he kept his promise, and he helped my husband start his own business. And I came along. I worked for Black and Decker at the time, so I came over from that to start helping my husband.
As you went in there and you're like, okay, we're going to turn this thing around. What are some of the first things you knew you needed to do? Right? What are some of the first things you guys did?
So I'll tell you, the first thing we did was we had to clean up the property
Mhm.
and the outside look because we knew that people would just see the same thing driving by if we didn't do that part. So that was the first step,
Mhm.
um, and probably one of the harder steps actually. because like I told you, it took 16 roll-offs. But it took, we had to re-gravel the place. I mean, we redid the petting zoo. We made it bigger. We did a ton of work outside. And then we had to go inside. We had to repair the floors, put the bathrooms. And there was no way I wouldn't dare. I would dare. Maybe a guy will. I said, but a woman will not use that bathroom. I'm telling you. So we went in. We revamped the store. We've just revamped it again, actually. Like 2 months ago.
Okay.
We changed the whole layout again. But we went in, we did that, got the floors looking good, got us an office in there so we could be there full time and really focus our intent, our growth efforts. And I knew that we couldn't do that if we weren't there every day. So we
what's the vision? Well, then what's the vision moving forward for either for you or for the kids? Like, what do you want out of there? What do you, what's the vision for it?
So the vision, the way that my husband and I look at it is that at some point we will buy the place. We will step away and let the boys do their thing. And I'm going to be in Brazil. I don't know where he's going to be. I have no idea. But I said, I'm leaving. I will send you guys a postcard. But the vision is for, honestly, we have put our blood, sweat, and tears in this place. And I can tell you many nights, I'm laughing and I'm smiling now, but many nights I came home and I was crying because we invested a lot of money. And so with that investment, the turnout and the goal for me is for my sons to have a place for years to come, for them to run, for my granddaughters, and I have all granddaughters right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For them to have a place to bring their children, to show their children what family work and family work ethic is and what it does. When you,
legacy. I love it. Legacy.
Exactly.
Legacy. So from one business owner to another, one entrepreneur to another, I know that feeling you're talking about, right?
Yes.
And it's one of the reasons why I love doing this, because I love telling that story, right? People don't realize the amount of effort it takes to just make it work and run like it should, like the vision it is in your mind. And I love pulling that out. So I love you being transparent about that, right? Because yeah, man, you took a big risk. You're in there every day hoping you get a return from that, right? And it takes time, right? It takes time, and that doesn't happen overnight. But I've noticed, and I know other people have noticed, and we want to support you, right? We want to be able to be like, okay, we'll tell that story and we'll provide visibility. We'll have events there. We could do things, right? Like entrepreneurs helping entrepreneurs, right? Business owners helping on business owners. So that's I appreciate you being transparent about that, because sometimes I'll talk to business owners and they don't talk about the challenges, and really the juice is in the challenges, right?
I call it it's called the glory story. Everyone wants to tell the glory story.
That's right.
But no one wants to tell what it took to get to the glory story, because everyone wants to tell you their glory story. We made it. Yay. Muscles up, chest out, we made it. I'm not going to tell you that story. I'm going to tell you that my husband and I shared a car for 10 years. Okay. Taking kids to school, making other businesses work. And we shared that car. We just got separate cars 4 years ago. 4 years. 4 years ago. So I said, listen, the glory is not in the story. The glory is in what you achieve. The story sounds great, but the glory is in your hard work and not giving up and what you achieved. That's
Yeah.
glory.
Well, I got goosebumps you saying that because that creates, I always say that's where self-esteem comes from. That's what's so cool about you having a family business is that your kids can see what that looks like, right? And it changes them. It changes the family map.
Yes.
You know, when they understand, hey, this is hard work. This wasn't built on its own. It was like a vision and hard work and determination and guts and, you know, all that good stuff, right? And it never ends because, you know, I'm sure, you know, like you, like so many business owners, pandemic hit and you're like, uh-oh.
I was like, oh Lord, what is going to happen to us now?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to lay off all my employees.
Mm-hmm. Tough decisions, right? Tough.
Oh my God, I had to lay them all off. We thought, okay, how are we going to do this? We got to start some type of curbside. We have to start, selling more food. We have to, and so we did.
Mm-hmm.
And within a week, I had to bring all those employees back. Within 1 week, I had to call them all back and say, all right, y'all, I'm so sorry, but
I was just joking.
y'all
I was joking.
it's over. It's over. Get here. I need you tomorrow by 6 a.m. and don't be late. Don't be late. And then, I mean, they were happy to get back to work.
Of course. Of course.
So
People understand.
they were happy to get back to work. And I mean, we had to switch efforts and what we were doing. And so now that has even turned into another creative thing that I'm working on right now, in building our website even bigger with more e-commerce on that website.
Good for you. I like your website, by the way. It's
Thank
great.
you.
It's great. It's great. Well, that's amazing, right? And we want to be able to support you in the coming year in 2021, which is crazy. We survived this, you know,
Crazy.
this craziness. Entrepreneurs had to learn how to pivot. Business owners had to learn how to pivot,
Yeah.
and it creates new opportunity, right? So now you see some additional new opportunity, right? Do you guys have chickens there? I think I saw something. You guys have chickens on site?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Chickens,
we
eggs.
have two roosters.
Okay.
Henry's the big guy. He's only about 8 months, but he looks like he's 12. He's huge. And then we have Colonel. We call him Colonel because he's white with the red.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a colonel. And we have some hens. We have some pigs. We have piglets.
Oh wow.
Yes, and they are so cute. We have two sets of piglets actually. One set is 7 months old, and the other set is 5 weeks old.
Okay.
So yes, we have piglets and some rabbits.
Bonita, what would you want Reston to know about your business? What would you want them to know about what you guys offer?
Well, I would want them to know, first of all, that we are family, community based, but we're from this area, born and raised in this area. But moreover, I would want people to know that we carry a multitude of things, garden center things, mulch, firewood, all these things to sell. And those things are great. But I enjoy when people walk into the store and they remember my children from when they were 4, or they remember my granddaughter's name and say, hey, that's Lillian. Hi, Lillian. Because they come there and I want people to experience that family grit, that family toughness. And it wasn't easy for any of us. I mean, we still cry sometimes. I'm like, listen, my back hurts. I'm going home. But I want people to know that when they come there, they are supporting a local family, and that they are experiencing with us family growth. They're experiencing that. And 10 years from now, they can come back and see Lillian and be like, oh my God, Lillian, I remember when you were 5. And she's
That's awesome.
15 now with makeup cranky because she doesn't want to be there. Right?
Yes.
So,
Yes, we know that.
yes. So that's more. I love that we carry many products and we have very knowledgeable people. And I will tell you, my son Khalil, who actually runs the farm market, Isaiah does more of the smaller garden marts,
Mhm.
um, but very knowledgeable. It, I just, I remember teaching this kid, right? And now I'm going to ask this kid, hey, what do I do with this shrub? Right? Right? It
That's
doesn't
cool.
seem right. Doesn't seem right. But I want people to experience that. I think that kind of experience is better than any experience than going in a Target
That's
and
right. That's right.
or Walmart. I think that experience is far better.
That's so cool. Well, Bonita, right?
Yes,
That's what I will say. Bonita.
yes.
Thank you so much for sharing time today on Reston Days. We appreciate you. We appreciate the grittiness of of an entrepreneur, business owner's family and sharing it with us. And we look forward to supporting you in 2021.